Hello, welcome back. It is Quinn, Cupcake, Quinn, whatever you want to call me. We're all good. It is morning 4. So we are trying to woo our sexy snake. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, managing your start kicker. 420 backers. Let's go. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video of impossible promises. Nice. You gain plus 10,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover the cost and you only keep 2 money. That's fine. Later, you're carrying around your precious dragon heat when you're spotted by Miranda and Damien? Wow, dragon heat. I love it. Also, you may not know this about Damien to look at him, but it turns out that he, too, is a hopeless romantic at heart.
Are we reading the same series? I'm in it for the dragon dong, Miri. Nothing so bad yet so good as a billionaire dinosaur made me gay.
Damien, you are being utterly foul. Don't profane the deep emotional connection between Harold McDonghard and Godiva Galantina.
Deep emotional connection? Is that why the latest chapter ends with Harold finally boning Godiva? And then she wakes up to find him gone?
The cliffhanger must be entirely misleading. People simply don't abuse each other's love and trust that way. I really wish I could try to talk like this, but it comes out as Jeff Goldblum. I really wish I could come up with a better voice for her. If you got one, let me know.
I worry about you, Miri. I really, really do.
I just desperately want to know what happens in the next in Dragon Heat. Do you think Harold is capable of being so mean-spirited? True art imitates life. Let's look at Damien's Tinder messages to see what he's capable of, shall we? This seems rather invasive. Harold may or may not be a scoundrel, but love is alive and well. Let me take both of you to the greatest three-way date ever to prove it. That seems like a really cool idea. But I'm gonna show everyone Damien's Tinder messages. Aha! That'll solve everything forthwith. Real-life logic applied to fictional circumstances always clears things up.
Gah! No way!
Damien suddenly sets his phone on fire. Wow, if you went to those links to protect your privacy, that must mean...
That my privacy is, I don't know, private?
That you must have the secret to what happens next in Dragon Heat, and you're protecting it! How are you in possession of such valuable information? You have to share it with me.
I'm not! Fuck! I just don't want you to look at my phone, Miranda!
But I want to know what happened But I want to know what happened with McDonghard.
Ah!
Awesome. Now everyone is screaming, and no one is happy. Great move, genius. You lose -2 smarts and -1 charm. That sounds about right for me. Week 4, noon. We going. Who's this? That's not a person I know. I'm gonna go over here with Vera and Liam. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Spooky High. Here's hoping that you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose. but it's ethically sourced, organic, free range, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud with every single animal I eat. I make sure to meet all of them first and ensure I'm devouring only the ones I hate the most. It makes it extra tasty. Well, then, surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't home cruelty better anyway? You may actually have a point there, and if I get my hand in the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain. And I bet there's a way to make money off this too. Hang on, somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interest here.
Liam, do you want to find an innovative and creative ways to move society forward, or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser?
You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. The animals you kill may lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting their spirits go to waste as the byproduct of the meat industry, let's serve their eternal souls as a side dish. Liam, animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wanted to increase their pain, the best we can do is teach them the concept of death so they really fear their fate. Let's educate cattle on metaphysics. Afterlives or metaphysical cows? You know, saying that sentence kind of makes me say metaphysical cows. But I'm assuming, since we're serving something, we can get extra money from it. So we're going to go buy.
Perfect! I knew there was a way to monetize, and it keeps the animals from ever gaining an eternal resting place.
What the hell is it with Vera and animals? But now the cruelty is extending even beyond their deaths.
Hell yeah, it is. Thank you for getting the ball rolling on this excellent scheme, Liam. And thank you, Red, for nailing down the specifics. Neither of you get royalties, though. That being said, I will get you a double scoop of Rocky Road Soul with sprinkles on top.
Yum! Maybe. You don't know. You've never eaten a soul before. But it is sure delicious getting the Vera's approval. Hell yeah, brother. Alright. We're gonna go get some money. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 10,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover the costs, and you keep only 2 money. Okay. Without warning, Vera pulls you aside and hisses in your ear.
Oh my god, the stalker's back.
You follow her pointed finger and see a guy dressed in a white toga and winged sandals facing away from you. He looks like a creep.
He's been following me everywhere. He thinks I don't notice him checking me out in that mirrored shield he has, but I totally do. Ugh, it's such a chore being this beautiful all the time. How am I ever going to get rid of him?
Let's see. With threatening to feed a damsel to a sea monster to distract him. Looks Greek, bribe Zeus, king of the gods. That's, I think that's the answer here. But my problem with that is that it'll be cutting into our funds. So, who knows? And my dog just opened the door again. Even though I explicitly told him not to. That's so-and-so. We're gonna do that. You buy a bunch of wine and hookers from Costco and burn them on a golden altar to Zeus. Burnt hooker. The clouds glow with an unearthly light. Thunder booms. A bolt of lightning crackles and strikes Vera's stalker. Ow! He screams. Fuck you, Dad! I wish you'd never turned into gold dust and pissed on my mom. Badly singed, the stalker limps away, shaking his fist at the sky. Well, it worked out. Hey, that was cool. Thanks. The ancient Greeks sure seem to have some odd ideas about how babies are made. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. Let's go. Let's do it. We got some monies. We're just gonna span the library because I want that money. Excuse me. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with sensationalist video promises you gain 10,000 money, blah blah blah. Same thing. Okay, that seems to be repeating. And in the middle of everything, a portal opens up and swallows Vera, Polly, and Liam. You dive in to rescue them and straight into the seasonal finale of Interdimensional Bachelor. Good lord. Help! I'm in danger of spraining my eyes from rolling them so hard. Oh my god, we're on a game show? Yes, indeed. Tonight you three will answer a series of trivia questions. Whoever gets the most points becomes my... I'm gonna win? I don't even care what the prize is. Your what? Your wife? What a revolting premise. So, you're saying we're supposed to respond to a series of questions and scenarios, our answers to which will make us more or less likely to achieve a romantic outcome with you. That's extremely problematic. I can't think of anyone who'd ever want to play such a tawdry dating game. This game's getting too meta. Everybody stop raising reasonable concerns so I can hear the first question. That's the spirit. Question number 1. Describe your ideal marriage proposal. But before Polly can answer, you buzz in yourself. Now's your chance to give an answer that will end the competition and send the prince packing. John Hinge's beast pour out. I'd present you with my grandmother's wedding ring, still attached to my naked grandmother. Ooh, sexy. Now I'm gonna unhinge my jaw and have bees pour out. You want to hinge your jaw and unleash the bees. Wait, why are there bees inside your mouth? You fool! Your childish prank has destabilized the fabric of this pocket dimension. It's coming apart around us. Help! My shoes are turning into lizards, and I like those shoes. What's this? All the money in my wallet has turned to moths. You'll pay for this. No part of me is turning into animals, but I suddenly care about things. This is all your fault. Why didn't you just answer with words? Why did it have to be bees? But you can't take back the past. You spend the next 1,000 years traversing various horrifying dimensions with the prince and you and your 3 pissed off friends. No time has passed when you return home, but you'll never forget. Liam, Vera, and Polly will never forgive. You lose -2 fun and -1 charm. Good thing we're not going for Polly. Our fun score is pretty freaking low. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna go to Vera and Liam. You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a hand. Stop. This is the cool people table, where only cool people are allowed. I would agree with what Vera just said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera? Nice try, Liam, but I think we're getting away from the point. This interloper still wants to sit with us. Well, if they want to sit with us, they are going to have to prove that they are as cool as we are. But without, trying to prove it. Trying is so uncool. Well, what's it going to be? Well, I guess I'll be going then, because there's no way anyone could ever be as cool as Liam. Let me ask you this. Would an uncool person be giving Vera $50 monster dollars right now? This one's trying too hard. That's definitely trying. So I'm going to do this one. Wait, was that sarcasm? No, of course not. Red was clearly being totally sincere. There it was again. There it was again. Are you two doing this on purpose? Now why on earth would we do that? Ah! I can't tell whether you're being sincere or ironic. It's so cool. Everyone knows clear and efficient communication is the least cool thing of all. You've wooed me with your open disdain for foul language. Not for foul language. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Exactly. Vera and Liam invite you to sit with them and chat. By the end of lunch, none of you has any idea what anyone else meant. So cool. Alright, we're doing good. Vera, you will be mine. You sexy snake lady. Alright, there's nothing. We're gonna go there. That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. You're making your daily protection payment to Vera when suddenly... Everyone, stop what you're doing and look at my majestic visage. The interdimensional prince, muscling in on my territory, are you? Not at all, my dearling Viperous. I am here strictly in a business capacity. Business, you say? I'm all ears, except for my snakes, which are all tongues and teeth. It's simple economics, my love. You're an aspiring crime kingpin. I am a prince. I propose a merger. A merger of our resources, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. Interesting. Oh no, Vera's getting out her calculator. If she decides this merger is financially viable, good luck asking her to prom. So we gotta beat this. But how will you undermine Vera's confidence in the prince's financial status? Replace all his gold with fish. Steal all his money with your high-frequency trading algorithm, Carl. So that's a creative answer. That's a smart answer. I'm gonna steal his money. Oh. You unleash your pet computer algorithm on the prince's financial network. Uh-oh. We're not gonna get Vera. But you didn't anticipate the warping effects of interdimensional travel. Carl becomes self-aware! It turns out Carl doesn't like being forced to bankrupt random princes you don't like. Carl doesn't even like you. He teams up with the extra-dimensional insect conglomerate to buy all of your clothes and sell them to an army of huge, intelligent wasps. Okay, I know we were talking business just now, but that's going to have to take a back seat to my #1 favorite activity. Watching an idiot get stripped naked by giant moths. You love watching idiots get stripped by giant moths as much as the next monster. But it's different when the idiot is you. You lose -2 boldness and -1 smarts. I think we're gonna lose, folks. I'm not... I think we're gonna have some trouble with this. Red. Alright, we're just gonna spam it. I want my money as high as we can. Yes, same thing. Okay. Give me a new thing. You see a truly rare sight. Vera and Damien are sitting behind a PC, speechless.
Wait, did we just rig an election in the Midwest? I was trying to change the president's wallpaper to a dick pic. We need to cover our tracks, like right now.
Well, just don't stand there, you innocent bystander. Help us. Yes, of course I'm talking to you. Damien can't help. Breaking shit is useless right now. I disagree. Smashing the internet is literally our only option. Blame somebody else, like the Vanderbilts. Miranda won't be able to disprove it. Yes. You plant all the necessary lies linking the election directly to the Vanderbilts. Unfortunately, you didn't predict that they would roll with it. Later on TV, you spot Miranda's father giving a speech. We are happy to announce that Vanderbilt Kingdom has just annexed the Midwest. We have no idea where it is, but we're keeping it.
Man, Miranda even closed the borders. I had tickets to a human safari in Detroit next week.
We could have sold the Midwest to the Middle East. You cost me a lot of cash, idiot. What would you call the combination of the Midwest and the Mid-East? The Mid-Center? Now you'll never know. You lose -2 fun and -1 smarts. Week 6 noon. We're running out of time to woo. Vera. You take your seat and, if you didn't know any better, you would say that it seems like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you do know better, and you know that, yes, that is exactly what is happening right now. It's nothing personal, Red, but Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Yeah, it's pretty hard to compete with some guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish, too. Not buying things for people, having people buy things for me. Duh. God, I love that ghost. I'd buy her things. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say, true friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops. Besides, being handed everything you ever want on a platter, in this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform, is almost boring. Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're on as much acid as I am right now, but I see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get more interesting. And we could continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's so obsessed with us, we should just tell him to do something totally insane and see if he does it. I don't know. A weirdo giving away all his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. Seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. So, we know that's the Polly answer. We can easily grow this arrangement into a business. Just escalate and delegate. Have the financial slave go and acquire his own financial slave to give him money, and have that financial slave go and find a financial slave. Aha! That would increase our income exponentially, immediately, which are two of my absolute favorite adverbs when it comes to monetary gain. I mean, one financial slave between the two of us is already strangely a lot to handle, so managing an army of them sounds draining. But as long as it's a pyramid scheme, and we are at the top of the pyramid where we don't have to actually deal with lowlifes, who cares? Meh, I think I'll just go check on my toilet wine. Don't worry about her. Polly wouldn't know a good business idea if it slapped her on the ass. Which happened one time, actually, but it's a long story, so forget it. Anyway, we can tell people in order to become the official certified financial slaves, they have to buy a kit of supplies, and they'll start at dirt slave, and then if they get 5 financial slaves under them, they can become a pathetic ground slave, and then they can work their way all the way up to gold, diamond, platinum, salcow, mocha, grand supreme slave. This was a great idea, Red. We should go write the business plan together and prepare to profit. Did Vera just say she wants to profit with you? Holy shit, Vera sharing her cash flow was like third base for her. Awesome. We're getting close. I've got 19 money. That day you spent some time managing your thingy. Deceive lots of people. Okay, we're good. We're moving on. You're doing the thing that gives you the most life. Reading Dragon Heat when you're approached by Scott and Liam. Oh, a fellow connoisseur of the dracophilic arts. Here, Scott and I are also experts on this topic. An unexpected duo. Yeah, Liam and I are totally fandom buddies. We love to discuss the things we love on our favorite stuff's wikis and forums. We're the best fandom buds, even if we don't always agree, like with the Starco and Markapoo thing. Okay, first, let me be clear. I engage in passionate fandom conversations only as an ironic way of celebrating low culture, which I truly despise. Second, for the 100th time, after spending years in Hecapoo's dimension, Marco is now actually in his 30s, so it isn't right if he dates a 16-year-old girl. You know what? Heck yeah, I'm down with that, Liam. These details matter, Scott. Think how wrong it would be for me, in my 400s, to date people from the school if all of you were actually teenagers instead of being much more conveniently in your 20s. Anyway, enough meta discussion. Scott and I here are in a situation. Even if our opinions differ, we agree our opinions are superior in comparison with the rest of the strangers on the Dragon Heat Wiki. Yeah, to that. Liam here is like super smart and I'm a good boy, so my ideas should be good too. But people on the wiki can be really mean sometimes. We need to gain their respect so we can convince them to be good boys too. Scott is right. We need somehow to earn the role of moderators so we can show all those lesser beings who's boss when it comes to the Dragon Heat fandom. But how? I'm sure you'll give us an absurd yet effective idea for a solution, as can be expected from good old Red. Let's ask them nicely if they can stop behaving like internet That's not gonna work. Let's write a powerful fanfic sent on the Dragon Heat Wiki where you're depicted as the coolest users who should be respected. Yes. Yes. Let's fight wielding art as our weapon. Yeah, weapons are so fun. Liam opens a new document on his laptop. Come on, Red. Amaze us with your fanfic magic. Oh dang, you never thought you were going to have to be the one doing the writing. You weren't prepared for this. Let's see what happens. Liam and Scott, read as you write. Liam and Scott and Red were very cool and very nice, and they lived in the Dragon Heat Wiki community kingdom. And they were so very cool and so very nice that everyone said, hey Liam and Scott and Red, you are very cool and very nice, and we should make Liam and Scott and Red our kings. And so Liam and Scott and Red were kings of the Dragon Heat Wiki community kingdom, because they were the most cool, very cool, and most nice in the kingdom. Then everyone became centaurs, and they had centaur sex. Now you're just writing pages and pages of centaur sex? That's perfect. Right, Liam? I like the part where they said the three of us were very cool and very nice. It's not perfect, Scott. Also, you can't use centaurification just cause. Centaurification is a very delicate fanfic tool that needs to be used under the right circumstances. I think Red was just trying to fool us into reading their extremely dirty centaurification fanfic. Not so cool. Ugh, they almost fooled me by saying we were very cool and very nice. That was not very cool and not very nice. Not very cool and not very nice indeed, my dear Scott. Why do you always have to turn to centaurification when anxiety writing? Well, at least you got them to read your dirty centaurification fanfic. Still, you lose -2 charm and -1 creativity. Alright, I've got 21 monies. We're gonna try. Vera, let's go. Yes. Let's do this. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You're asking me to go to the prom with you? Have you seen yourself in a mirror? Your face is a crime against humanity, and not one of the crimes against humanity I enjoy perpetrating. Bye, loser. It all seemed pretty bleak, but you're a natural fighter, so you fought for the right to marry your own hands, since that seemed like your last chance of finding love. Damn. Yay! I failed yet again. There's 1,514 outcomes? What the frickin' heck, dude? Oh, gosh darn. Well, that was a lot of fun. We're going to play more of this, though. It was a lot of fun. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Vera realized she was a character in a video game, which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not part of the game. She plays the game. So be careful. Maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Scott turned out to be a genius and became the most renowned mathematician in the country. JK, he became an athlete. Duh. He's still a bit of a simpleton, but as lovable and as good-hearted as ever. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh, very good game. That was. We tried. I'm starting to think that it's not all about the stats. I know absolutely nothing about this game, but it's a lot of fun. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please click that like button. Click the subscribe button as well if you want to see some more. And thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.